president of the International Fighters Union.
Okay.
Harold Schaefer.
Harold Schaitberger represents
We got him online.
every professional firefighter in the United States and Canada.
Oh, wow.
And is known throughout this globe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I'm at a loss for words, Mike. First of all, Mike, I hope all is well with you and all of my brothers and sisters there in the Detroit Fire Department. You guys do a hell of a job, and I know your city, as you well know. I know your city very well over many, many years, and also that department and what they did to it over time, and what you and we have been trying to help return it to its a day when it was adequately equipped, adequately staffed, and to be able to respond to a very special city in this nation.
Thank you, sir.
This new policy that the mayor and his fire commissioner has implemented, is that standard around the country?
I would describe it, since this is a public radio show, as ridiculous. I could have other words and more graphic words to describe it, but listen, I've been at this 47 years. I don't want to talk about myself, but I just want you to know where I'm coming from. I've had the privilege of being a part of the leadership in this union for those 47 years and all over two great countries. And I know the largest cities and the smallest communities. And this is something you would never find, never even consider in other great cities in this nation: New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Houston, Columbus. I mean, the list goes on. Canada, Calgary, Edmonton. This is simply, in my view, a unfortunate, but I think purposeful attempt to simply try to reduce the resources, the stations out in the community, and the number of Detroit firefighters that are there responding day and night on behalf of the community.
And the data as well,
this
right?
Is ridiculous.
The data so that the FBI can say that Detroit's priority number ones are going down, right?
Well, they're trying to misuse data by they can figure a false way to distinguish between what they're going to call Code 1, true emergency calls, from Code 2, yes, and they're going to manipulate the data, which says, well, we don't need as many resources in this city. We can live with less stations, less rigs, less firefighters and EMS personnel.
Yep. But whose life?
I don't like it at all that the mayor and the commissioner are misusing the work that we did to try to help pull that department out of the trenches of disaster.
And we were there.
EMS side.
Absolutely,
they're cutting and pasting an EMS program and saying the International stands behind this, and they said it in front of the mayor. Eric Jones put a paste and cut PowerPoint in front of the mayor and said, your own International supports us. I said, your information's wrong. It's cut and pasted. It's an EMS. He just took whatever he wanted.
And he
literally
EMS.
That's the problem.
Emergency. It was a non-EMS emergency
program
protocol for those that maybe feel ill, but to distinguish between only on the EMS medical side.
And I beg the mayor to please listen. This is not about money, wages, health care. This was about human life. And our firefighters' safety, because now they're sending one engine, one truck to They're going in by themselves, no 2 in, 2 out. I mean, it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
And the community is going to be angry at the first responders.
They already are. I hope they get them vests in here quick.
That's exactly what's going to happen. The community's not going to know that when somebody calls into 911 and somebody is running them through a protocol that says, oh, you smell smoke? Well, how much smoke do you actually smell? Do you actually see smoke, or do you just think there's – when we start down that path, lives are going to be lost, families are going to be destroyed, parts of the city are going to continue to, be destroyed. This is an unacceptable. And Mike, I'm telling you, I'm committed. You know I'm committed
Yes, sir.
to that local, to you and all of our members.
You have offered
whatever we need to do. I'll have. I say in the old days, we'll have everything it takes to go into that city and with that mayor, money, marbles, and chalk, whatever it takes to get this stupid, ridiculous protocol and program.
It seemed like they're going to need you like ASAP, because what's happening is we already lost people. People died because of this so-called Code 2 policy. What genius? You get a 911 call and say, "I'm getting shot. I may set my house on fire.
Right?
Please come." And then they say Code 2.
What else could
basically
she say?
take your time.
I will tell you that the International, under the President Schaitberger's leadership, has offered the city of Detroit multi-million-dollar grants to have our firefighters trained. I have it right here. They were in the city of Detroit back in March, where they brought a team of trained people. We're going to have cranes go up in the city. We've got bridges, buildings, confined space. The International offered support and grants to backfill fire company to get our first responders, EMS and fire, trained to a certain level, and they walked from it. They don't want to do it.
Well, you only got one engine that serve downtown.
And there's 200 cranes that are, more than 100 feet up.
When the president says that he would come in here with everything from a piece of chalk to the big bag of money, he's not playing. This is a strong leader.
I know of 4 empty firehouses that they have turned into. That doesn't seem like it's a priority.
And then Charlie LeDuff did a piece on firehouses that had all kinds of problems. The sewer backing up with raw sewage. They didn't have this. They didn't have that.
Those are issues
Where's Charlie LeDuff? We need him.
I'm not even concerned about that. But go ahead. Let the president.
This needs to be busted.
This is very simple and straightforward in my view. I've seen other cities make stupid decisions, and it all comes down to dollars. Where do they want to commit their resources? And they're willing to sacrifice a tragedy in a neighborhood or a community, hoping that it really can't be measured in a much larger way, as a way to simply redirect their resources to non-emergency, non-fire capability, which is only one person that suffers from these kind of decisions. And that's the citizens in the neighborhoods, in the communities, and in this case, in the city of Detroit.
Mr. Schaefer,
this has got to be stopped.
Everything has been taken from us, and they said that we were going to get better city services. Number one, and
Mr. President, we've got Mrs. Sandra Bailey, who is on the line holding. She's one of those residents. Very nice woman who. We went Code 2 the other night. I had firefighters at my general membership meetings Tuesday and Wednesday. I had one firefighter in tears, and he said that Mrs. Bailey felt betrayed. And I had a seasoned firefighter who could barely get through his statement to City Council President Brenda Jones, who's at the meeting, and Legislative Representative Garrett was there. And it was just heartbreaking. I mean, my firefighters are crying.
Okay, we're gonna take this call. We got Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
President, thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We'll be talking.
Thank you. I will, sir. Thank you, sir, very much.